Good morning, everyone. Today I thought I'd make a tree of life with you in a bracelet. It's been a while since I've made one, and you can find them on Amazon in my playlists. And I'm using the wire, everything from Amazon. Now, before I get started, I've been asked a few times, how do I find your playlists? For everyone that's new here or doesn't know where to find them, I didn't know. I didn't know how to make one. If you go to the little green, it's like a emblem of a tree, and you hit on that, it'll take you to the home page, and then you'll see videos, shorts, and playlists and stuff like that. And everything you need to know, you'll find there. I made them just for that reason. So, what we're going to do, fold the wire in half. These wires are 14 inches long, and they are 24 gauge wire. I'm using these because my hands have been giving me grief. And the stones, I'll show you those afterwards. Let's get this thing done. Fold your wire in half, insert it. Well, first of all, this is where the seam is on this one here, and it feels nice and strong, but I don't want to get stuck up on it, so I'm going to go away from it. Put your wire through your hoop, and then give it a pull. I like to twist as I go, and I always hold on to that right there. That. Again, a little pinch. Insert it through your hoop. I like to hold it just like that. And then bring these two wires through the loop, and then I like to put my thumb and my index finger right there so it doesn't slide all over the place. Put in a few twists. Put your wire through your hoop, bring it up, pass it through, and then bring it back. So I cut these 14 inches long. I actually think that 12 would work. If you use like a seed bead or a small stone, definitely. The beads I'm using and the bicones I'm using, they're pretty small. Yeah, see, that's a lot of wire. Definitely could have gone down from 14 to something like 12 or 13. It depends also how you twist, what size of your bead. The bigger the bead, the more wire. If you use a lot of little leaves, you need more wire. I don't put a leaf on the bracelet hoop because there's just not enough room. And I want to have as much pretty in this little hoop as possible. And these go out as some people that I sell them to, especially one particular, she uses them in her shop and sells them as an ornament. And I got stuck. I like to put them on a package. Sometimes I just put a piece of ribbon, and this way here the receiver can hang it on their tree, or I will put a chain. I'll do it this way. But they're a cute gift. They're fun to make, and it's very beginner friendly. So if you're thinking about it, go to the playlists, let me know. Just let me know how you're doing. If you've learned anything, a lot of you have thanked me, and you appreciate wrapping, which I think is wonderful because it's a necessity for me anyway. Keeps my work nice, and it won't move all over your hoop. But we'll get into that later. I'm going to go ahead and finish putting these on my bracelet, and then I'll be back. Okay, now that I have all 12 of my wires on my hoop, my bracelet, separate them into 6 and 6. Hold it just like this. Support your roots. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. I made these a little long. That's okay. Support it really good right there. I use my thumb to help with tension, and I try to get a nice smooth twist. And then check it out. I am going to put a bend in my tree. I'll just push these roots down just a little bit. I think they're a little long. It's okay. It'll still be beautiful. Put the bend right about there, and then bring it back up. It doesn't have to be huge. Just graceful. That's what it reminds me of. Just pretty. Yeah, I think I like it. So now I'm going to take 4 wires from the left. And now I'll take 4 from the right. Make sure they want to go. Now support your work right here. And cross it over. And then give 1 twist. That's all. I'd rather have room for pretty than just branches, especially on the top of the tree. Now, excuse me, I've been sick, guys, sorry. Okay, so we take 4. That doesn't want to go. There we go. 4 from the left, 4 from the right. Now get your hand in there. And you want to hold right here. Cross it over and just start putting in your twists. I think that's good. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, that does not want to go. We'll take those 2 and those 2. Oops, what's this one? See what I mean? You don't want them to cross over. Now it's right. So now, move your hand over this way and support your work right there. Cross your wires, and now put in your twists. I use my thumb for tension. Now it looks like that. That was easy. Now, what we're going to do is separate the 4 wires into 2 and 2. And you're going to support your work right here and put in a few twists. Do the same thing with all 4 sections of your tree. 2 and 2. Support it right here and put in your twist. We may or may not add more as we go. We'll see. Usually I do. It depends. Again, separate 2 and 2. Support your work right there. Again, separate them into 2 and 2. Support your work right there. We missed one. Okay, 2 and 2. Also in the playlists, there are different ways to attach your wire to your hoops. This can be made with a 22 gauge wire. I'm just being nice to my hands right now because they've been a mess. And this is the last one of 2 and 2. Get in there however you can. This is always rotating in my hand and my thumb is always supporting my work. And we have it. Now your tree looks like that. We'll put all kinds of bends in there and make it beautiful. Now we're going to go again. Take these 2, separate them into 1 and 1. And you're going to do that all the way around your tree. And then I'll be back. I'm going to finish that up and then we'll bead. I'm back, and before I start beading, I'm going to put a few bends because I need to have room for my beads. And sometimes I do it now, sometimes I don't. It just depends on the situation. You can hold it in the palm of your hand like I usually do and push up, but this time, because it's just a little bit right here, I'm just going to hold it like that. And that will give me more space to go to the hoop. And I'm also going to do it on this side. Just a little bend, like that. Okay, we are ready to bead. And I am using these again because I love them. They look like sea glass. I know, the last 3 projects I used those. No little leaf, just little beads. And I still alternate. And we'll do 2 at a time. I like to use these 4mm bicones. They're just my favorite. Okay, slide everything down. I did over twist a little bit, so we're going to just pull it down with the bend. We would have done that anyway. Oops, I lost my beads. Now I'm getting all twisted up. There we go. All right, let's see what we have. What did I do here? Did I put it on the wrong wire? No. Maybe it goes that way. And the other one. I don't want to go on my wire. I don't like that one. Okay. Now we're going to wrap them right around the hoop of the bracelet. Bring it to the top. Wrap it around. I'm going to push it up like that. Give it a little tug towards the stone or the bicone. Bring it up. Bring it down. Bring it up. And you could have easily saved 1 inch on the wire. I am not that interested right now. I haven't done it in a long time and my hands have been hurting, so it's easier for me to have longer wire. But by all means, 12 inches definitely would have worked. Plus I had half of this already cut for a different project that I changed my mind on. I do that a lot. Save it for something else. Bring it around. Bring it up. Cross it over, above your bead, beneath your hoop, and pass it down. The top bead. Bring it up, pass it over. We can clip that now. And I'm just going to push that wire down with my tweezers. Now, we're going to go to the next section, next branch. I'm not going to put any twists, but this one here ended with a crystal, so I'll start with a bead. I ended with a crystal, so I'll start down here with the bead with a crystal. Now, make sure it's pushed all the way down. I'm not going to force them on. I'm just going to take whatever fits. And now I see I could have put that on. You only get to do that once. I mean, unwrap it or untwist. It will break. But I have it in a playlist to fix. If you break a wire, if you come up short, I put it all there so that you can learn the right way. I don't leave anything out. I don't like that bead. Not there. I'm thinking this one might look better. A little smaller. Perfect. Wrap it over your hoop. Bring it up. Now backtrack in between the two rows. Above your bead, beneath your hoop. Bring it back up and over. And now we'll cut it nice and close as you can, especially on this because you don't have a lot of space. You see? Nice and smooth. I find working in a bracelet very, very relaxing. It's one of my favorites. This is the only thing I was doing for, I don't know, 2 years. Doing the trees of life, 4 seasons. I did update the playlist. I made a new playlist, and it's just marked as spider. So I'm gonna make a web with you. The tutorial for the green spider is up. You'll find it there. So for everybody that has started following me from seeing my shorts, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. The playlists, I can't emphasize enough how much you'll learn and how many different videos I have. You'll find that I can't get this bead on my wire. Sorry. I do like using the real small beads on a bracelet. You can use the big chunky ones too. I like the smaller ones. Okay. Yeah, that's way too much. Bring it to your hoop. Bring it up. Don't take the bicone like that. Push them down. Bring it around your hoop. Bring it up. Pass it down. Then bring it under. Push it up and over. So basically, this is the way I'm doing it, and the way I have in the playlists, they all my trees look different in the bracelets too. So I'm gonna finish the next two, and then I'll get back. I'll keep working, then I'll come back, and we'll finish up together. This way you don't have to watch me for an hour, and I can sit down while I work. I always come back and double check my wire, the cuts, make sure that they're all tucked away. They are. Perfect. I like the shape of this tree. Okay, last one we'll do together for now. I'll start with a crystal. And a bead. Crystal. And a bead. Oh, I wanted that one too. There we go. Now let's start this one here with a bead. Something small and pretty, like that. This is why I like to keep a lot of beads. Here we go. Bead, crystal, if they're too many and it doesn't fit, I'll just knock it back a little bit. I think what I'll do is I'll put a bend right here. And here. I usually don't do this until the end, but I wanted to pull it back just a bit. Make it fit. Bring it up. Push your beads down. My goodness, they want to run away. Give it a tug. Go above that bead, in between these two rows. Push it down like that. Bring it up. Bring it over. I'll cut that afterwards. Bring it to your hoop. Bring it down. Or over. Back up. Press it down. Bring it back up. And now we'll clip the wires. Sorry for my voice, guys. I've been coughing, so I'm trying not to use it as much. So I may show you the beginning of a project that I'm doing. I've got a few going, and then I'm not going to do like a full tutorial, but mostly it's just to give you an idea. Keep your mind always open to something you can put a tree on. But anyway, I'm going to let you go for now. I'm going to work some more. Look how pretty. I like it a lot. I'll be back and we'll finish up together. Okay, I got carried away and forgot about you. Last branch, and then I'll wrap with you. Lace my tree up. How pretty is that? Bring it up. Over your hoop. Bring it up again. Don't forget the playlist, guys. There's many, many bracelets. And they're all different styles. Different, just everything is different. Lots of lessons to be learned. I made them for you. Oh, she's so pretty. My goodness. There it is. When I lace, if I don't have a wire all the way down, when I poke that wire down, it also helps to straighten out the wire so it's not dangerously sharp. So we have it. Let's push it right into the center of the hoop. Okay guys, I'm going to clean up this mess and then we're going to wrap. I decided to wrap the tree and keep those out. Now, when I don't measure. This is how I determine how much wire I need. And again, I'm using the same wire. This is the 24 gauge. I just take some. That's how I measure it. Here's some. I'm going to start here. And because it's a pretty small hoop, go like that. This gives me a little bit of extra. I'd rather be extra than not enough. Because when you start wrapping, if you don't have enough, it's a pain to end it and then add another piece on. So I did a whole tutorial on wrapping or lacing your branches, so I'm not going to get into it. Instead, I'll just tell you a little bit. I'd like to wrap it down and then across the top of that branch. It's only harden the first and the last. Small hand fingers. Okay, I see it, but I can't get in at it. And I see another one, which I would have caught that anyway, because I do go back and check. Okay, there it is. I don't know if you can see it. Little stinker's right there. So I'm just going to knock that down. Grab it. There. And just clip it off. Okay. So now I'm going to take this wire, backtrack, bring it up to my hoop. And we're going to, I think we'll do, I don't know if I want to use beads on the top. Yeah, I think I do. I could use just crystals. This will just give my tree a fuller look. So I have that. Now I'm going to cross, this wire is going to go in between the first and the next branch. So it'll cross right over that. It'll cross over that so that it can't do this anymore. And cross it over. Bring it up. because we don't have spaces, you don't have to wrap twice. And let's see. I like doing this on the tops. Now this will go right in between the two. It's going to keep this one secure. And I'll show you what I mean. These will not move. You can add your jump ring, you can put your chain. You don't have to worry about your branches separating or breaking. Oopsie. Slide down. We're going to go right over this branch here. So I'm going to put my bead right there. And now I'll go down through the back. Give it a tug and place it where you want it to be. I like it like that. Bring your wire up. Oops. Find your bead. We're going to wrap this wire over this branch. We're going to sit that right there like that. And now we'll go over. I'm going to go right in between the two like that. And I'm going to give it a tug and bring it up. Slide it down. I'm going to go right across that one where the wire isn't pushed down. Sometimes this will help it. I can guide it right on top of that wire and push it down. There you go. That's better. Somebody told me this was a waste of wire to wrap it like this. So I said, it's my tree, I'll do whatever I want. You don't have to like it. I think she was offended. I see that little wire right there, and I can't get it to go anywhere. It's not going to get caught on anything. The bead's going to cover it anyway. There, now you can't see it. I'm going to pick up another. I'm going to put, that's nice. And I'm going to wrap it over that next wire and push it down. And this wire will cross over the top of that one, like that. Just mess around with it, get it to go where you want it to go. I'm going to end it there, and I'll come back because this has already gone down to 39 minutes. And this is the difference with it and without it. Let me know what you think. Do you like it better wrapped like this or like left alone? If I didn't put the beads, you wouldn't even see it. They're just little tiny wires. Let me know. I'll be back.